The bright and beautiful yard signs that you see, you know, displayed during big events, birthday parties, things like that, at your home, they're fun. They're just, they bring so much excitement to whatever is happening in your life. But instead of renting a sign, why not make your own that you can use again and again for every big day? Studio 5 creative contributor Kelly Lonnecker is here. Is here to show us how to make our very own happy birthday sign. You made these.
I did, yeah, and it was actually really simple. So
you
that's the
say
great
that,
thing.
but I need you to convince me that this was simple.
I will. So the process is simple. Again, it's a little bit of time,
right.
Not a ton of time, but it's more like kindergarten craft art. So
okay, I love craft time.
Right?
We're good with craft time. You had a birthday in your family recently. Whose birthday was it?
I did. This is my husband, Mitch. His birthday was actually yesterday, which is really fun.
Happy birthday, Mitch.
Right? What I love about this is it kind of invites the community into your sense of celebration.
Yeah, it gets people involved.
Yes, and it just allows people to kind of feel like, oh, they're celebrating, and it kind of opens that up.
Show me what you did with Mitch's sign, because you went beyond just a happy birthday here.
Oh yeah, you got to have the name. So a couple things about the sign that make it really fun. One is the layers. So you can see we have kind of different heights and different layers. That's really what's going to make your sign pop in your yard and give you this big effect rather than just a single line. But super easy to create. What you're going to do is start with the computer, which kind of can maybe seem overwhelming for some people. But what you do is I just actually designed this in Microsoft Word with simple word art.
Really?
Yep, it's just
I mean, I kind of stop at Microsoft Word. I don't go beyond that.
Which is why I was careful to stay there, right? So the main thing is most local print shops will print something in this size format. This is a 13 by 19 page.
Okay.
So when you get started here, I'll just show you how big this is going to come out.
Okay.
So
you went into Word, you designed each letter on each page.
Yep, so what you want to do is first start by changing your page size.
Okay.
So you go into File, Page Setup. Every Microsoft Word is going to be a little bit different, but essentially there's a way to change the file size.
How big do we need to be?
So 13 by 19 is this size, but you can call your local print shop. I did these at Alpha Graphics and they have a 13 by 19 printer.
Okay.
But you could call your local print shop and say, what's the biggest size I can print, color printed? This costs you about $1.39 to print like this.
That's not too bad.
So you have to kind of figure your per letter cost, but right? That totally seems reasonable.
That seems reasonable.
So and your print shop also will really help you create that file. So when I originally talked to them, they said, if you can't figure out how to make it that big, we can blow it up for you. But the easiest thing to do is going to be to create the 13 by 19 page and insert a word art into it.
Okay.
Where you put one letter on each page and copy and paste once you find the right font. So the other thing that's a little bit tricky is figuring out a font that's going to fit nicely.
What have you found that you like? Is there one that you typically go with?
So I'll add a link to this. This is Bodini. Okay. But I love the website DeFont because there's tons and tons of fonts, and you can play around with what's going to be a long enough font. Mm-hmm. You can also spread letters onto 2 pages if you want. So like that big M, that's a 2-page spread.
You had to put
so
together.
Fat. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was kind of, I printed one side on one page and one side on the other.
I gotta ask, was there some trial and error in this for you?
Sure, yeah. The one thing I did learn is the font, sometimes even if you export it, so once you have it all designed in Microsoft Word, and we've got a full video tutorial on that, once you have that designed, you need to export it as a PDF. So the print shop wants a PDF. You can send them the Word document as well, but you need to make sure they have the font so that it comes out looking like you want it to look. Okay. And even with a PDF with Word, the font is helpful for them.
So you get this all laid out. You think you're ready to roll. You send it off to the printer. Then what?
Okay, perfect. So then we're going to start cutting. And to cut, really the easiest way, I thought this is going to take me forever to do this with a pair of scissors, right?
Unless you have a lot of kiddos in the house ready to cut this out. It's going to take you a while.
So a couple things with cutting. I just used a razor and my cutting board. And you don't want to cut right on your line. You want to cut just a hair outside of your line. And you can see this one I've already got cut out. Don't worry about following that perfectly because this is going to go on a white board and that's just going to kind of
blend in.
It totally is. So don't spend all your time cutting. It will be exhausting. You also don't want to cut into the black because then that's not going to give you a nice sharp line because none of us can cut perfectly, right? So once you have the letter cut out, then you're going to take the letter and mount it on a foam board. And this is kind of where your cost variation will come. If you want this to be solid, waterproof, I'm going to leave it out for a few days. you don't just want to use the plain dollar store foam board.
Okay.
If this is something you're going to put out in the morning after the sprinklers have run and then bring it back in, then foam board is fine from the dollar store. But they do make the plastic corrugated board.
If you're gonna put it out at night, leave it out overnight, the sprinklers are gonna get it.
Yeah, but you're gonna pay probably double or triple for that board. So
Okay.
just keep that in mind. So the way I got these on there is just, you wanna get some permanent's gonna work much better, clear vinyl. And you can just Amazon that.
Okay.
It comes in a roll like this. And I just pulled it out. You could also, if you're really not worried about water at all, you could spray glue
the
these
spray
on.
glue
And make it
right
easy.
on.
Yep. But
Okay.
I wanted kind of that extra layer of protection.
And it gives a little shine to it.
It does, yeah, it kind of shimmers in the sun. So just threw that on. I put my shape right on there. You got to figure out with the star, it's a little bit trickier. And you can mix this too.
So sticky side is up right now, and
Sticky
we're
side
sticking
is up.
it right
Yep.
to it.
Down. And then I'm just gonna pop this.
It looks
down
laminated.
There.
It looks,
right?
I mean, it looks like you spent a lot of time on that.
Right, and no, I sure didn't. You just saw it. So make sure that's really adhered down. Make sure you have, again, a permanent adhesive because that's gonna be a lot stickier.
Okay.
And then again, I took my razor blade and you can see how easy this is. I'm not worrying about being perfect, but I am making sure that I go outside and give it a good adhesive.
Well, and I feel like even that white gives it a little more dimension.
It
does.
Pop. It really makes it pop. So you want to have a nice big border. So you can see how that just popped out.
Once you've got it all cut out, I see these little, where do you pick these up? These little, what are they called? I don't know.
All different kinds of stakes, right?
Stakes.
And you need different heights. So you've got, these are just plant stakes. This is called an H bracket. This is
what
for
have you
sure.
found that works the best?
So the H bracket is definitely the sturdiest, okay? And I can put two different things on here, like these cute clip arts, you can put two, or if you have a big letter like the M is gonna fit perfectly. These are also the most expensive. So these are gonna run you about $2 a piece, whereas the different stakes can be 50 cents to $1 a piece. So it really just depends on you, but I think a variety is the best because the ones that are right there on the ground, they're fine with just a little plant stake.
They're doing great. And
but as you want to get, want to get higher, then you want to go into more of those H brackets. So that's kind of the key.
And these are really going to be more durable in the long run too.
Absolutely. Yep. And then I actually just duct taped. I used a piece of white duct tape, took the shape and just stuck that little plant stake right on there. Somewhere around here, I had one out. So I just took the back of this.
Well, one of the things as you're putting this on here, I noticed your husband loves Jeeps, doesn't he?
He does. He has a Jeep. Yeah.
So you can really customize it to what your person is really all about.
And the clip art is really what kind of makes it pop too.
Yeah.
So you get your basic letters, and then this is just free clip art. I just Googled Jeep clip art, star clip art, birthday cake clip art, and then again just printed those the same way. So those are just fun.
They're so cute.
They kind of make it more individual and cute. So really fun with the clip art.
Kelly Lonnecker, thank you so much for bringing this idea to us. You made it look so easy. Like any of us could really just do this.
Yep, anyone could do it. Really, it's
maybe
just
save a little money in the process.
There
too.
you go.
All right, thank you so much for bringing this to our attention. We love it. So maybe get out this summer, put a yard site out if you've got a fun birthday to celebrate.